In today's video, we're going to talk about how much it costs to do a muffler delete on your car. So our family's done multiple muffler deletes on different kind of BMWs, so you might be able to translate that cost over into your car. The cars that we've done our muffler delete on is my M5, which I'm driving right now. It's a 2002, and then my cousin's 530 is a 2004, and then my older brother's 2007 M6. So he's got the V10. You can get a feel for each type of sound and each kind of cylinder. So you have a straight 6-cylinder, then you have a V8, which is the M5, and then you have a V10, like I said, it's the M6. So you can hear what it sounds like on different kinds of motors. Hopefully you can get a better judgment of what each motor sounds like. So let's go right into the cost. So the first thing you need before you can even get the job done, for it to look good, of course, you're gonna need some tips. So it depends. On my car, I had the quad outlet, so it has 4 exhaust tips. And then on my cousin's 530, it has 2. So, I mean, usually if it's a high performance car, it's gonna have 4 or maybe 1 on each side, so 2. But the 530 has 2 on one side. So technically it's the exact same as mine, just on one side. So I got 2 sets of exhaust tips. The first set that I got were some Flowmaster tips that I wanted to have on because it was a temporary job. The guy at the shop didn't have the specific tips I wanted in stock, so I was like, all right, go ahead, put these tips on, and I'll just get a new set of tips in the future. So the first pair of tips I got were these Flowmaster tips that costed around $20 each. So I got 4 of them, so I was around 80 bucks right there just for the tips. And then the new tips I got were these 3.5-inch stainless steel, and they're around a foot long tips. So those were about $150. So the price on your exhaust tips is going to vary. Number 1, how many tips do you have? Number 2, the size of the outlet, and number 3, the quality. So some people go titanium, which is probably the highest quality you can get for exhaust for just the tips. And then stainless would be 1 step under that. And so at this point, you should have your tips ready to go, nice and cleaned up, brand new. And you should be eager to put them on now. So at this point, you're going to want to make an appointment with a shop who can remove mufflers. Now, this can be any muffler shop. I live in Ann Arbor, Michigan, and there's a muffler shop around here called Ann Arbor Muffler. So my brother took his M6 there, and they did it for him, no problem. They did a great job. Everything sounds nice, it fits right, and they just did a good job. I got my first muffler delete job out at Dave's muffler shop out in, I think it was Wayne, Michigan. And then I went to MRT Performance to get the more high quality tips that I was looking for. And they did a good job too. It's just the first time I got them, they were touching each other and they were rattling like every time I'd give it gas, so I had to take it back to them. And they fixed it with no problem. They fixed it in like 10 minutes. So now the tips they're right, they sound good, no rattling. They're real nice quality. They shine perfect when they're clean. The cost of the job at Dave's muffler shop was $270. The cost at MRT Performance was just under $300. So they're around the same. I'm gonna have to ask how much my brother with his M6 paid for his muffler delete, and then my cousin. So I'll put both of their prices up on the screen right now, so you'll get a good feel of how much it costs for our BMWs. It should be the same for most cars, since it's really just literally cutting off a pipe and welding on the mufflers in place of that pipe. So it's not a hard job. It's actually really easy. If I knew how to weld, I'd do it in a heartbeat. But I don't have the materials for all that, and to be quite fair, I just don't know how to weld for shit. So it all comes down to how much you want to pay. You're gonna want to pay from $50 bare minimum up to a couple $100 just for the tips, and then for the job alone, it's gonna be around $200 to $300. Now, if you know somebody who can weld and who can cut pipes and fabricate piping, then you're gonna want to hit them up for this kind of job, because you're gonna be able to save a lot of loot. So there you have it. You got the full cost for a muffler delete job, pretty much on any car, but more specifically on BMWs. It's not that bad. It's the cheapest exhaust modification you can do for sure, especially for high-end cars, BMW M cars or Mercedes AMGs or anything like that. It's going to be the best kind of modification you can do to your car just to give it that extra punch. So if you're low on funds and you want something quick and easy that will make a good engine sound even better, do a muffler delete. Can't go wrong with it. Especially on this M5, I've noticed that it makes it sound really good, like really good. I wasn't expecting that. There's no drone or anything, and the cabin is perfectly fine. So the overall cost, I would say, is about around $400. It'd be that's for some good tips and a good fabricated job from somebody who works at a muffler shop. Okay, so I mean, really, $400 for installation and parts for an exhaust system. It's not an exhaust system, but an exhaust modification. There you go. Is really amazing. So hope you enjoyed the video. Go ahead and check out our Instagram. We're trying to hit 10,000 followers. We just hit 5,000 just recently, so thank you for that. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We're trying to push for 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. If you guys are interested in any of our Beamer family t-shirts or anything like that, feel free to message us or comment on the video. Thanks again for watching the video. Feel free to check out the channel, check out the other videos. You guys have a good day.